Hello friends, welcome. This is part 35 of Shep's Spiritual Awakening Destiny to Serve. In this part I'd like to talk a little bit more about Su Ling. Now this was all within a few days of first becoming aware she was my spirit wife. Now I realised she was my spirit wife. Now just prior to this I'd just been finished with the girl I was going out for 3 weeks before I found out Su Ling was my spirit wife, so I kind of knew it was destiny that we were meant to find out about, well, I was meant to find out about her, so I kind of knew it was meant. I knew what a great person Su Ling was. I felt great affection for her straight away. But I still loved this other girl. I had not stopped loving her. I loved her totally. But Su Ling come into my life, and then within a day or so of finding out she was my spirit wife, I remembered the vision that I'd had in 1992 of Su Ling. And you know, she'd come to me, and I knew Father God had destined that I knew about her. And she come to me in a vision in 1992, and I saw her in my bedroom when I was still shepherding, and she come and gave me a cuddle, and I felt all this love coming from her when I was asleep. She come when I went to sleep and left before I woke up, but this day she'd disturbed me and I woke up and saw her. But that was Father God, because Su Ling would be a very important part in my destiny and my life, and helping me and supporting me through the hardships that I've been through. So Father God saw it as a necessity before I had any spiritual awareness or awareness that anything I was here to serve or anything else, that he'd allow Su Ling to come to me in that vision. So I knew what she looked like, and I knew how beautiful she was also. And you know, it was wonderful, that vision. So I did fall in love with Su Ling. And you know, I wouldn't have felt truly in love with her if I'd not already experienced this with this other girl. So, but you know, I love Su Ling and this other girl both at the same time, and I chose Su Ling, you know, because I'd finished with this girl because it was not working out, even though I still loved her with all my heart. I chose Su Ling, you know, because I knew what a great person she was, and that she was right for me, and hopefully that I'd also be an asset to my past life to be right for her also. So it was destiny, you know, for us to meet, and it was destiny for me to find out about her, and it was destiny for me to fall in love with her. Now, a few weeks prior to this, Peter said, "You will begin to see spirit orbs," and he said he'd seen spirit orbs following people around. Now this is a present spirit stay hearing as a spirit orb. When they pass over to the spirit realm, a small part of them stays behind, in which they can see and hear us and be with us and to communicate with us clairvoyantly, those that are awoken. So Peter said I'd see spirit orbs, and this was, well, sometime in early June. And I saw my first spirit orb just after that, flying in a big circle around me. And Father God also gave me this ability. It's not a natural ability I have. He made it possible for me to see spirit orbs from then on. And when I was in the hostel, I saw Su Ling. I knew it was her because she was protecting and watching over me, and I saw her several times a day. But this last year, I hardly, since I've moved in here, February 2009, I've hardly seen any spirit orbs. I've seen about 10 in all that time, and that's a year and a half. But whether that come back or not, I don't know, but it was because I didn't need it so much is why it disappeared. So we will see. Anyway, so I chose to love Su Ling, but these spirit conspirators in my light were thinking to me. They were not giving me voices in my mind anymore like I was getting, and they were saying the reason for this, or thinking to me the reason for this is there's a misalignment of your light, that's why you can't see it very well, deluding me yet again. And you know, they also said that we can only communicate to you in thought at the moment. This is because obviously I was trying to talk to Su Ling, and they could pretend to be her or anybody else because they could just send perceptive thoughts into my head of her or of a woman, you know, with no accent, with no voice. So I couldn't tell who it was. This was all, again, part of their deception, because they knew the game would be up if I discovered I couldn't communicate to Su Ling. So this is how things went on. And that was it. So I truly fell in love with Su Ling, but these spirit that were communicating to me said, it's okay for you to have relationships still, but I'd chosen Su Ling, and I said I don't really want anybody else. But they kept trying to persuade me that it would be alright to continue and reinitiate this relationship with this girl again at a later point, which they did delude me into believing maybe that was possible. So I'll go on to that in a later video. Anyway, love and light. Thank you for watching. The website links, other links are below this video. Bless you, Shep.